The way that Aaron and I came on the project was that we had been trying to work with Marvel for years, right? And we were very luckily contacted with this idea of doing a Moon Knight show. And for us, just knowing that Moon Knight is defined by being an outsider, left of center, bold. There's no reason to do it if you're not going to be bold. I think that really excited us, and that it seemed like something that wouldn't be boxed in by genre, that it would just very much be its own thing.
That's it. Yeah. The tone of Moon Knight is exactly the same kind of thing as we've been doing for 5 independent feature films up till now. It's mind-bending. It's very character-focused, while the characters are dealing with a kind of otherworldly, fantastical, gigantic situation. And it doesn't really fit squarely into one genre. It kind of like floats into different ideas and different emotions and feelings. And it has a bunch of really complex characters. And so that's where we come from as independent filmmakers. And that's why we were so excited to be able to bring that same tone to Moon Knight.
Our collaboration with Mohammed and everyone else involved with this project was so special in so many ways. One thing is to have Mohammed, to have him there to guide us when it comes to Egyptian culture. And not only that, this story that's clearly very personal to him on just a general human level. That was very special. And we became very close with Mohammed. Ethan Hawke was someone who we've been wanting to work with our entire careers, and had been so inspired by him as not just an actor, but as a filmmaker and as a novelist and all these things. Oscar Iassac is literally one of the best literally one of the best living actors right now in any medium. So obviously to get to work with him, amazing. But this project, something that is so special globally across the whole thing with all these people, is that everybody got to express themselves in some unique way, and it worked its way into the story we're telling, and almost like without ego. Just like, hey, does this idea work? No, bat that one away. Wait, what'd you say? That last thing? That's brilliant. That's it. And to be able to do that with so many people who you admire as artists, and have it run so smoothly, that's a very special experience to get to have.
I remember there was a moment when we were all of us together, all the collaborators were in the same room, and Oscar was trying to figure out the motivation behind a moment. And he said, here's what my brain would be thinking. He's thinking, am I this? Am I that? All that? And everyone goes quiet trying to solve it for him. And Ethan goes, why isn't that the line? And it was brilliant. Everybody almost applauds. We're like, it's the line. That's the line.
The thing that was probably most challenging about taking on Moon Knight is that it's a character that has so many decades of being defined by being an outsider, and people who very much identify with them and consider them big fans, also considering themselves maybe outsiders of sorts. That there's a reason why you pick that guy out of the whole pantheon of Marvel characters.
Grant would say if there's 100, Marvel superheroes that people know, he's like number 75, something like that.
Yeah. But when you love him, you love him so deeply, and you want the due respect to be paid to this character and them coming to life. And so it does feel like a big responsibility bringing him into his first live action thing. This character that very rightfully so has a passionate following.
Yeah. But also I just kind of, you gave me a good idea, is also, I actually was worried that we wouldn't be able to make it weird enough or bold enough. And luckily they only, Marvel and all the performers and everything only ever pushed us to go further. But I think that was probably the biggest challenge is it strange enough? Is it fresh enough? Is it new?
In the 5 independent films we've done prior, we've worked with a lot of actors through the course of that. And oddly, it's never more exciting to work with someone who you might define as a celebrity versus working with literally we've found cast in skate parks in Los Angeles, working with a skater kid versus working with someone, again, you might define as a celebrity. It's not that there's more excitement to it, But there is something extremely special to make something with someone who you're so aware of their prior work. You're so aware, you're so educated on their authorship of whether it be a character you love, a book you love, a movie, a screenplay you love, and to be able to collaborate with people on that level and realize that you two click together.
Yeah,
that's very special. That is a very special
lucky,
thing. Yeah. That is the excitement of working with people like Ethan Hawke and Oscar Iassac.
Also, I think working with people like Oscar, Ethan, and May, I think I learned more than I ever expected to as a director, but also as a human and as a performer. These are all a bunch of very good people. And so, you know, we were all living together in the same city, all away from home. And we became friends and learned so much about the craft, but also just about how to be. And that's something we'll take with us forever. Working with Marvel is not only what you think it is, it's better. And I'm not, there's nobody off camera holding a gun to make me say that. It is genuinely one of the best collaborative experiences of our entire lives, because they just absolutely love filmmaking. They love great characters. They love being weird and funny and strange, and all you really ever need to do is surprise them, and they'll back you up all the way. Is that right?
Yeah.
Not is that right? Is that expressing the full? Yeah.
You know what? This project did make us feel like we added to our director box of tricks for sure. But then it should also be said that literally every single project you do is so wildly different that you get a new box of tricks every time. The fortunate and unfortunate thing is you'll probably never open that box again. Like, because then you're on to the next thing, and everything is so wildly different. And that's really, I guess, the appeal of this career in a lot of ways.
You know, what's fun is on our indie films, we normally shoot them ourselves, but we got to work with the cinematographer named Andrew Palermo. And he's responsible for The Green Knight, which is one of the most beautiful films ever shot. And watching him work, we definitely have a lot of things that we're going to steal from what he does and incorporate it into our own work. Hopefully we can just work with Andrew forever. But if we can't, we're going to take all his good ideas and pretend they were ours.
When people watch Moon Knight, what we hope people experience is they feel like they're watching people they recognize in this extraordinary situation. And that not only do they go on the journey of feeling hurt with them, feeling pain, laughing with them, all these things, that they see in these characters some part of themselves and people they know.
Yeah, so much of the whole show comes from the experience of Oscar Isaac's characters. It's very much right over his shoulder. We got closer with our lens than we ever got before. And we think that if people then are able to vicariously empathize with actually all of the characters, with May and Ethan and Oscar's characters, they'll just be like so along for the ride that when the credits roll, they'll kind of hopefully forget they were in reality for a moment.
If I had to describe Moon Knight in one word, it would be the highest compliment that we give: weird. Genuinely. I mean, I guess for us, like, weird just means you're an individual and you have your own set of emotional pain and successes and your own brand of humor and all of these things. And with that, to be weird is to be the greatest thing you can be.